But we are only 18 days into 2025. 18! And already I am convinced I've watched the worst movie of the year. I mean, no, that's got to be a record. Like, for me personally, for the 26 years that I've been on this earth, never so early into a movie year have I been convinced I've already watched the worst movie of the entire year. I mean, and I mean, like, I'm stamping this one like, this might be the worst movie of the year I'm going to see by far. If any movie ends up being worse than this, I don't even want to think what that would be like. And the more that this movie just sits in my soul and I'm really sitting here trying to process everything that I watched, unfortunately, I can't help but think to myself, of all the movies I watched in 2024 that made my worst list, this is somehow worse than all of those. This movie just might possibly, and I'm not exaggerating, I'm not, as far as theatrical releases go, this might be the worst movie of the decade, and if it's not, it's damn sure one of them. Going into this movie, I really had zero expectations. Like, the trailers did not move me at all. I didn't think this movie was going to be good, personally. I just expected at least a movie that would give me a good to at least, or a decent to good transition into the Wolfman, and then I could just walk away knowing that happened. But, they didn't even give me that. I mean, they dragged this entire process out, and it is a pain to sit through. I mean, not only does this movie have to be the worst interpretation of the Wolfman ever created, but on top of that, I'm trying to figure out what the pitch was for this movie. Because there's so much of nothing going on in this movie. Like, I've never seen a movie have literally one job, and that's just to deliver a good Wolfman, a good to decent Wolfman, and fail so miserably, so horribly. One thing. People are coming to these movies for one thing, and you delivered it in the worst way possible, and you truly upset people. At least me. I thought I felt like I had a bad attitude walking into this movie, but then the more as it went on, I'm like, no, this movie is causing me to have a bad attitude. I'm getting upset about 95% of the shit I'm seeing. So forgive me here, because I'm going to go into minor spoiler mode. But look, take these spoilers as warnings, because I need to let you guys know how dumb this movie is and how just absolutely mind-blowingly stupid these characters are. Okay, so we're gonna start in the beginning, because this truly made my mind literally go, wait, what? There's a father and a son hunting in the woods. The dad's teaching his son about survival and life and shit like that, and giving him life lessons. They're hunting a deer. Dad has the deer in its scopes. The son runs off in the opposite direction, goes down a hill, tries to do his own little hunting and scope something out. It's the Wolfman. It's Wolfman number 1 in the woods. And as an excuse, he decides to tell his father, I was just trying to get a better shot on the deer. By running down a hill and pointing in the opposite direction, the deer was in front of you, kid. Kids are not that dumb. And then look, the trailers had a lot of red flags. And the main one for me was the fact that I was never, ever, ever sold on Julia Garner and this dude who's playing the Wolfman. Forgive me because I don't know the actor's name. I was never sold on them as a couple. It took me on my 10th or 11th trailer watch to realize that they were even playing a married couple. I thought these were his daughters. I thought the entire time these were his daughters, because that never looked like his wife to me. I felt like Julia Garner is an amazing actress, but somebody else should have been casted, because I never was sold on that. And the family dynamic in this movie is ass. I've never seen a more clear-cut example of a family you just can't and don't want to root for, because the decisions in this movie are ridiculous, especially from the mom. Julia Garner, I love Julia Garner. I am so confused on the writing for her character and the decisions that are made repetitively throughout the movie. Let me ask y'all a question, because maybe I'm tripping and missing something. If you're in the woods with your significant other and your child, and you and your significant other come to the conclusion that your significant other has been attacked by what you can only conclude is a wolf person, man, or some sort of beast, and they are turning into that, or quote unquote dying, would you, as the parent who is not being turned, keep your significant other who feels like they're being turned into a freaking wolfman around your child in multiple occasions? And not only keep them around your child, have them be alone. Like, you're trying to save them and do other stuff and, try to, be the hero in the scenario, but you're leaving your child unaccompanied with your now wolfman husband / wife, significant other. No. Julia Gardner makes that decision way too many times in this movie. There's a scene in the beginning of the movie where the husband is literally comforting Julia Gardner, telling her, "You are not a bad mother." And the entire movie is a guide on how not to be a mother, how not to be a parent in this scenario, what not to do if shit like this breaks out. I mean, I literally am watching this movie in complete awe and astonishment, because I'm like, y'all really knew y'all had nothing for this movie. You had absolutely nothing for this movie. You are dragging it out in the most ridiculous ways, because personally, if anyone is thrown into this scenario, they are leaving their significant other there. I am taking the child, and we are leaving. There is no movie here. You are staying here with this other wolf person, and we are going. We are going to say, that's what you would want. That's what y'all should conclude as parents. And on top of that malarkey, there's so much nonsensical bullshit going on. True, I was laughing out loud multiple times. More than I did in one of them days, unfortunately. I laughed a lot in this movie for all the wrong reasons, because there are so many moments that I truly just could not believe somebody watched and said, let's put that in there. We're good. It made no sense. I mean, again, the Wolfman lore is all over the place. They don't really set up the rules very well. I'm thoroughly confused on the Wolfman's strength and abilities, because if he gets his hands on you outside, you're done for. Like, he can really fuck you up. But for some odd reason, just because you go into a house or a tree house, he's not able to get up there and get you. I'm very, like, he can literally rip you to shreds, but he can't bust down your door. I don't know if it's because it's a special type of wood they make. I don't know. Maybe I missed that, but I feel like no rules and regulations were established for this Wolfman and how anything goes. And again, going back to this very dragged out transition, there is a moment in the movie that is presented in the trailer when they're stuck in the truck, and the Wolfman bushes the glass, and the dad gets scratched, I guess scratched on the arm, which is never showed in the actual movie. It doesn't show that he got scratched. He just flinches and looks at his arm, and then starts going a little crazy, then gets attacked again, and that's when he gets a full transition going on. And full, I can put in quotations, because I guess I was fooled. I thought we were getting a full Wolfman. I don't even know what these, I can't even call these wolves. I think they're just really like grown, hairy fucking gremlin creatures. I don't know. But this movie is boring as hell. It's so dull. Look, bless that little girl. Bless that little girl's heart. One of the most, if that was my child, I would have left her too. I'm so sorry. All them damn questions, and I get it. Children do be asking a lot of crazy questions and dumb stuff during, crazy strenuous times. But I'm sorry. I would have left her too. But I mean, oh my God. There's absolutely nobody to root for in this movie. It's boring as hell. The plot is so stupid. The way it ends, there really was nothing here. There are some moments that make me go, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. But this movie's just completely dumb all around. It's so bad. Hey, don't waste your time.